versatility of JavaScript, along with its speed and interoperability, makes it the world's most popular software development technology. The 8th year in a row. The continued popularity of the language means that by now, nobody is going to confuse it with Java. Hello and welcome back, guys. I'm really excited to tell you that today we are going to learn a very interesting concept that is called API. But before that, let us quickly see the agenda of the lecture. We will start off with the meaning of Web API. Then we will see what browser APIs are. After that, example of geolocation API with detailed explanation. And in the end, we will learn about third-party APIs. So without wasting any more time, let us get started. A web API is a developer's dream. It can extend the functionality of the browser. It can greatly simplify complex functions. It can provide easy syntax to complex codes. So what exactly is a web API? Well, API stands for Application Programming Interface. A web API is an application programming interface for the web. A browser API can extend the functionality of a web browser. A server API can extend the functionality of a web server. Let us see what browser APIs are. All browsers, they have a set of built-in web APIs to support complex operations and to help to access data. For example, the geolocation API can return the coordinates of where the browser is located. Let us see the code. In this example, we are using Navigator geolocation property. The geolocation property, it returns a geolocation object that can be used to locate the user's position. Since this can compromise user privacy, the position is not available unless the user approves it. The onClick event is assigned to the function getLocation. In the function, there is a try-catch block and it has the navigator property, which is locating the user's position. And it takes an argument, which is another function, showPosition, that is displaying the latitude and longitude with the help of position coords latitude and position coords longitude. Let us see the output. When we click on the button, a pop-up window appears and asks for our approval. When we click Allow, it is showing the position. Now let us move forward. Well, there is a concept called third-party APIs. Let us see how they work. Third-party APIs are not built into your browser. To use these APIs, you will have to download the code from the web. Here are the examples. YouTube API. This allows you to display videos on a website. Twitter API. It allows you to display tweets on a website. Facebook API. This allows you to display Facebook info on a website. In the last lecture, we learned how to validate a form using some ways. In this lecture, we are going to use Form Validation API, and I hope you will find it really interesting as well as easy. So without wasting any more time, let us get started. JavaScript Validation API allows us to use Constraint Validation DOM methods. checkValidity method is one of those methods and returns true if an input element contains valid data. Let us see an example of that method. Let us see what this example has. There is an input field and a button. The input field has some validation attributes, min, max, and required, which we have learned in the last lecture. The minimum entered value should be greater than 100 and less than 500. In the function, we are getting the ID of the field and then checking if the value of the input field is valid or not using the method checkValidity. If it is not valid, then the validation message will display. Otherwise, the message input OK will be displayed on the screen. Now, let us go to the browser and see the output. Let us enter 99. The validation message has been displayed. Let us enter a correct input, 200. The message has changed to input OK. In this example, you probably have noticed that we have used a keyword validation message. It is called Constraint Validation DOM properties, and JS provides us with two more properties like this. Let us see a couple of examples of validity properties. The first would be RangeOverFlow. Let us jump into the code. In this example, the validity.rangeOverflow is applied to the input field to check whether the number is greater than 100 or not, because the maximum input value should be 100, not more than that. Now let us see the output. Try to enter value more than 100. It will show the message value too large. Let us enter a valid value, for example 10. Then the message says input OK. Let us move on to another property, which is RangeUnderFlow. Let us see its example. In this example, we are using validity.rangeUnderFlow to check if the minimum value entered is 100 or not. Let us see the output. Let us enter 60. The message, the value is too small, has been displayed. Enter the valid value and click OK. Now the message is input OK. That has been displayed. So that is it for this lecture, guys. I hope that you thoroughly enjoyed this lecture and now have a clear idea of Form API. I will meet you all very soon. Till then, keep practicing and stay safe. Bye.